Good evening and welcome to Recognition Night 2021. I know what you're thinking. That's not Dr. Gaines. I'm Jefferson Stevens, a 6th grade academy teacher at Bernard Middle School, and I'm taking over Recognition Night. Last year, I was named the District Teacher of the Year for Mehlville. As a past recipient, I am honored to serve as this year's Recognition Night MC. Thank you for joining us for this virtual recognition ceremony. We'll have a lot of fun this evening honoring our Teachers of the Year, our Classified Employees of the Year, our employees celebrating milestone years of service, and our retirees. But first, let's have a few words from our Superintendent, Dr. Gaines.
Well, thank you, Mr. Stevens. Before we start our recognitions this evening, I want to say thank you to each member of our staff. You know, it's been a really weird year, and it's made it where a lot of our schools have a really troubling time selecting just one teacher and one support staff member to honor. The COVID-19 pandemic has kind of changed everything this year. We've certainly faced a lot of challenges as a school district and as a community. I remember saying to our team of educators last spring that nobody here has taught and supported kids in a global pandemic before. There was no playbook. All that we can do is do our best. And our team across the Mehlville School District has done just that. So many of our employees stepped up in a big way to go above and beyond for our students and our community. So I hope all of our families have felt the commitment of our employees and that commitment to doing everything we could do to support and educate the kids in our community during this challenging year.
Thank you, Dr. Gaines. To get us started tonight, Deanna McKelvey, MNEA President, will present the School Bell Award.
The Mehlville National Education Association School Bell Award celebrates excellence in education and school governance by recognizing outstanding individuals who reflect the depth and breadth of educational pursuits to address students' changing needs. March 13th, 2020, COVID descended on the world. Many of us were unsure of what it would mean, but Mrs. Katie Gegg knew one thing. Students still needed access to quality food. When the rest of us stayed sheltered in place, Mrs. Gegg was figuring out how to mobilize her team. When it was safe, she and her team, along with volunteers, helped make sure that our community could pick up food across the district free of charge. As COVID dragged on, people were losing their livelihoods. People were uncertain about their jobs and their incomes. People who had never needed any help before found themselves struggling. Mrs. Gegg knew that getting nutritious food to our families would be the answer many needed. Throughout the shutdown, the summer months, virtual learning, blended learning, and the new normal we have finally achieved, Mrs. Gegg was able to keep our community fed. It is a testament to Mrs. Gegg's leadership and her ability to connect with people that her department and countless volunteers were able to feel safe enough to organize and execute a district-wide food distribution effort that continues to support our community. Mrs. Gegg, your efforts were heroic, and it is a privilege as the president of Mehlville NEA to award you with the School Bell Award for the 2021 school year.
I want to thank Ms. McKelvey and the Mehlville NEA for this distinguished honor on behalf of the School Nutrition Department and myself. It truly has been a challenging year, but foremost, our students have always been at the center of what we do as we continue to do what we do, which is feed our kids. When this all started, I sat in my office and tried to figure out how we're going to make this work. This is a little different than what we're used to, but through a team effort, whether it be my staff, transportation, facilities, everybody came on board and gave their input and helped make it happen. So it is definitely a team that made this happen. And I want to thank my staff for everything they do every day and never shuddered when I sent out another email, hey, now we're doing this. Every day on my way into work in the thick of things this summer, there was a billboard for a restaurant that stated, now serving curbside, delivery, and dine-in. I thought to myself over and over, Mehlville could put their logo on that. We did it all. So thank you to my staff. Thank you to the Mehlville NEA and Ms. McKelvey for this wonderful honor. I truly cannot do it without my team. Thank you.
Thank you, Dina, and congratulations, Katie. Next, we'll be recognizing our early childhood and elementary school teachers and classified employees of the year. Before we do that, I'd like to thank this year's gold sponsors of our recognition night. Thank you to Bellacino's Pizza and Grinders, William G. Cocos Plumbing Company, Delta Dental of Missouri, Mercy, Queen of All Saints Activities Association, and Vision Benefits of America.
My favorite thing about my job is really getting to know the kids and creating relationships with them, and then being able to meet them where they are and help them grow. My favorite thing is the community. There's so many teachers and paraprofessionals who are in the building that are able to help us, and it feels like a team atmosphere.
She is absolutely phenomenal at what she does. She has brought such an amazing leadership with professional development. We've created a cultural awareness and diversity committee that she chairs. She's leading our work in anti-bias education for staff and young students.
It's such an honor. I was so surprised, and it just gave me a self-confidence boost that I knew that I was headed in the right direction in the decisions that I'm making as a teacher.
I love working with all the different variety of kids. The kids are the biggest thing for me. And, you know, every day is a different day, and every day is a new day. And it's always fun to see, you know, just their little growth throughout the year and throughout the day.
And she was a classroom paraprofessional for us. The day before school started, she took a substitute position as a teacher for an early childhood special education classroom. She handled it like such a pro. She just immediately took over, implemented all these great and fantastic routines and procedures and strategies, and she just really was phenomenal at the top of her game.
I was really honored. I did a lot of work this year with being the substitute, rolling into the classroom teacher, and it was very nice that, you know, I was recognized for the hard work that I did.
I get to see kindergartners all the way through second grade, so I see a lot of growth from the time they come into Beasley to the end of second grade. The amount of growth they, as readers, accomplish is pretty extraordinary. Just being in a community that services kids who need you, who you can care about, it's just a special place to be.
Eileen is a classroom reading interventionist here. She has great experience in the classroom, great experience in building rapport with students.
She's really nice, and she helps me with reading if I'm stuck on a word.
Beasley's a great place to be. The teachers, the staff make it that way. There are so many wonderful staff members here at Beasley. So to be named Teacher of the Year out of this group, it's an honor to represent them, because everybody really is deserving of this award at Beasley.
My favorite thing, just talking with the kids. I mean, they're coming up with something all the time, something crazy, something fun. My coworkers and the staff, I mean, everybody just cares so much for each other, and they come together and support everybody, and it's just a great environment to be in.
She is the friendliest, nicest person, so when the kids come in, they're always greeted with a smile. She's organized. One of the things about Kelly is that she gets to know each student individually, so she knows about them if they have allergies or if they have special needs with food and things like that. She knows all about them. She's very conscientious about it.
Kelly has such an amazing heart. She always puts the students first. Whatever she could do to help make their experience in the cafeteria better, she was all for doing. They always decorate, they wear costumes on holidays just to try to make it fun. She always goes above and beyond to make the experience the best it could be for the students.
I was really surprised and very honored.
The relationships with my students and the fun that we have, especially this year. I just have a very fun group of students. We have a great relationship, and I enjoy being here with them.
And we say it in the office all the time is how much that if we were kids, we would want to be in her class, because every time you walk past her classroom, those kids are engaged, they're having fun.
She's nice and funny. She just makes me laugh all the time. She's such a good teacher. She's really kind and she's silly.
Well, she's fun and accepting, and she makes us feel comfortable. So it's like if you want to tell her something, you can just spill it right out.
It's just she's like a great teacher. Like I feel like she's always putting us first and making sure that we understand everything that she's attempting to teach us, and she's always making stuff fun for us.
I am here for them, and I tell them all the time. I tell these kids, like, I'm here to be a teacher. I don't need the extra, but it is definitely an honor, and I really appreciate that people look at me that way.
I help parents, teachers, students with anything they need to help get through their day, but I also, my big main role is managing the budget and making sure that teachers, staff have what they need. My favorite thing about my job, it's the kids that I get to see and interact with every day. Beer Bomb is a special school to me. All my kids have gone here, and I've always thought that about this school. It's like the little secret that the district keeps in their back pocket, because not everybody realizes what a special place this is.
The thing that stands out most about Emily is just the passion and dedication she has for Beer Bomb. Beer Bomb's a special place, and it's not often you find somebody that also just recognizes what a special place this is.
To hear my colleagues say such kind things about me, it really gives me something to strive for. If I can live up to any one of those things that anybody has said about me, that's what I wish to be in my life. So it was really special, very meaningful.
I am one of 2 speech and language pathologists that work here at Blades Elementary. I work with students on speech and language, basically helping to increase communication skills and engagement in classroom activities. I really feel like building connections with students and having relationships with them is the most important thing, and definitely the thing that I like the best.
She works really hard, and she doesn't just do one thing here at Blades. She also goes around and helps teachers, especially in science classes, while she's doing speech.
She's kind and she helps us.
I like that she is very helpful with my language and teaches me how to say the right things.
Tammy truly does do everything she possibly can to help students, connect with them. She pulls students into her classroom for speech and language. She pushes in. She helps out in other curricular areas with students, and just does an amazing job.
Well, I am honored, humbled, and exceedingly grateful that this talented group of educators chose me for this. I really am. It's just a school where everybody works as a team, and we're constantly collaborating to see what's going to work best for the kids. So it was just a great honor. My favorite part is, this year especially, it's hard to see, but their smiles and their laughs when they are with their friends and just doing what they need to do outside. It's the best job. My favorite thing about Blades is it is truly like a family. Everybody looks out for each other. Everybody is so kind.
She's one of our recess lunch monitors. And if I can think of 2 words that describe Sue, it would be energy and passion. And you're not going to find someone who loves kids more and is more excited about her job and excited about working with the students.
It's an honor to have that recognition for myself and for a recess aide. Is we feel at Blades here like we're part of the family, and it really was an honor to be recognized.
What I love most about my job is just getting to know the families and the kids that I work with. Something special about EL is that every day I learn something new from my teachers, from my parents, and from my students. Whether it's learning a new word in another language, or learning about something in their culture, or just another way to better service the families.
She is so incredibly dedicated. When I think of Amanda, I know her heart and soul goes into the job at Forder. She is very dedicated to reaching all of our students and families and making them feel safe and welcome and comfortable.
She was really fun when she had me, and she's really pretty. But she's really nice. She helps us write, draw pictures, and do science.
I was lucky enough to teach 4th grade with Amanda, and if I ever had a question about an idea or how to work with somebody in class, she would give me advice on not just one idea, but she had like 3 or 4 different ideas. And so she's just a wealth of knowledge when it comes to working with kids with all different abilities and all different languages.
She pushes into classrooms and helps out. The kids just adore her. The families adore her. She's just made a wonderful connection with them.
To me, being Teacher of the Year at Forder is a tremendous honor. There are several teachers here and staff who deserve so many recognitions that we are always working our hardest to support and get the best for all of our students here at Forder. So to be able to represent the staff this year as the Teacher of the Year is just a tremendous honor.
The kids. Definitely seeing the kids every day and making sure they get fed a hot, nutritious meal. So I really like seeing them every day.
Lori Zander is such an important part of our Forder community. She greets our students each and every day at the Grab and Go breakfast cart. She is also just so thoughtful about trying to get more kids to eat in our cafeteria.
I have a high number of EL friends this year. Each morning she would come in with those foods and show them the foods and walk around with the food to get them familiar with it so that they would know what they were asking for.
Lori's attention to detail about just anything within the managing job, whether it be having everything she has on hand or working with the staff or the other staff in the building, she's on top of it. She is all-encompassing, a great manager.
Our teachers noticed the extra effort that Lori was putting in to try to get food to our families when they were learning virtually, and it was just so important. All that dedication, even when people weren't working in person, Lori was, and it doesn't go unnoticed by our staff here at Forder.
Oh, I was so honored. It was such an appreciative gesture. It's just been such a pleasure to be at Forder and in the Mehlville School District. It has been #1 for the kids. And that's what it's all about, making sure they get fed.
I personally think my job is to establish relationships with students and ignite the passion of learning in them as it was ignited for me when I was a kid.
I like it because it's fun. And you can work independently with her. She'll give you the option to go sit with her, work independently.
I love her class because when you go in there, she's just a really nice teacher. If you're struggling with something, you could just go over there and ask her, and she would give you as much help as you needed.
She's inspiring. She's one of those people that makes you want to be a better person, in all aspects of your life. She makes you want to be a better friend, a better teacher, a better mom, everything. She just makes you want to be better.
Marcy's very goal-oriented. She sets a lot of personal goals in her own life that carries over into the classroom, and she encourages her students to set goals for themselves throughout the day. So she's just a great example of that in her classroom.
It means a lot to receive that from them. I think we equally lean on each other in times of need, and this year we all needed each other more, so I felt really honored that they nominated me because I felt like I needed them a lot this year too, so it was really empowering that they felt that I deserved this honorary award.
I love the interaction with the students.
I like the atmosphere of it being a family. I wouldn't be talking to you today if it wasn't for my colleagues, and we all work together. We're all here for the students, and we look out for one another and help each other.
Alicia is like the definition of a positivity. She comes to school every day excited about her job. She's always looking for ways to bring nutritious foods that are tasty to our students, where they want to get breakfast and they want to get lunch here, and that has been a huge focus both years I've worked with her here at Hageman.
She makes all the kids feel special and happy. I just think that she's amazing. She doesn't have to do the things that she does, and she knows the kids and enjoys the kids, and she's good at her job.
Alicia is the most caring manager with all of her students. She goes out of her way to specifically know each student. When they're coming through the line, she'll even have a little conversation with them about their day. She knows her students. For her, it's just not about giving them a meal. It's about supporting them as a student, as a person, and being a friend and somebody they could come to.
I was very touched. I was very moved, and I was very surprised. It warmed my heart to know that my colleagues thought so highly of me, and that they recognized the things that I wasn't seeking. It was just part of what I do and what I like, and that interaction with the students. So it really did mean a lot to me.
I love my job here at Mosaic. I get to be creative and innovative. I get to try new things, all with the intention of personalizing instruction for students. The most important thing is that students are heard, students feel important, they feel valued, and they feel like their needs are being met, and that's what I do here at Mosaic.
I think she deserves to be Teacher of the Year because she's helped a lot of kids in math and reading to move forward and help kids speak up, ask questions.
She built trust in us to trust each other. She makes us laugh a lot, and she just really she loves to teach us.
She always brings learning to life. She puts that learning into a really good fun twist.
She always tries to make sure that people are having fun while learning, and everyone always is in a positive attitude.
And she prepares us a lot for middle school, so whenever we get there we know what to do and how teachers will be, and she just lets us be really flexible.
Really have taken learning past engagement to this empowerment. So when you walk into her classroom, the students can speak to the learning, they can speak to what they're doing, there's an excitement there, and she models that in the classroom.
I also feel honored that my colleagues would have taken the effort and the time to recognize me and the work that we put in. We all work extremely hard, so for me to be one of them to be chosen is extremely significant to me.
I love that I get to come into my job and feel like I am helping. I like being a helper. I like to be able to feel like I'm helping our students, helping our parents, helping our staff in whatever capacity that they're needing help.
And what I appreciate the most about her, especially this year, is she jumped in feet first, but hit the ground running. She's been a great partner and definitely a lot of fun.
She's also very creative, and she's looking for new ways to, what are some systems that we have in place, but how can we tweak it to make it even more efficient, for herself, for our school.
But it's also very easy to shine when everyone around you is working so hard, and everyone is helping to build everyone up. And I am honored to be recognized for the piece that I do in the building.
When I come in every day, I hope to make connections with my students. And once those connections are made, those relationships are formed, I'm here to teach them. I tell parents that I really hope that I'm treating their kiddos how I treat my own personal girls at home. And I love these kids.
She knows her kids, she knows their learning levels, and she really strives to reach each of her kids in the way that they need.
Well, she's very kind, and we do fun activities that help us learn. If I didn't know an answer, she gives me ideas for strategies to help me figure them out.
She's awesome because she is so kind, and I've done the most funnest activities with her.
It means a lot to me. I work with so many amazing educators, so I'm very honored that I was chosen this year, especially during a year with a global pandemic going on. So it means a lot to me. I've worked hard, I love my students, and I'm just really proud that that shows.
I'm a head custodian, and that my job duties are to keep the school running smoothly and keeping everything clean. I just want to do the best job I can do in anything I do, so this is like a big deal to me.
She's a hard worker. She goes above and beyond every day. I've never ever once heard her complain. She will do anything that's asked of her, and she's just really a team player. She's really part of our OES family and one of the most important people here for what she does every day.
Just to know that they thought enough of me and the work that I do to make me Employee of the Year was just like amazing. It just made me so proud because this is like a big deal.
My favorite thing about my job is the kids, and I think just coming to work every day. They're happy to be here, I'm happy to be here, watching them learn something new and understand that and take pride in their work. And I love whenever they surprise me with their creativity and their thinking and just things that I wouldn't even think of.
Because she's nice, and when we need help, she helps us.
She has good passion, good heart, and she's super respectful.
Beth is amazing. She has wonderful relationships with kids. She's positive. She has great teaching strategies that she uses in her classroom. She's a great team player. She collaborates with her team often.
My favorite thing about working at Point is just all the relationships that we've built with the students, with the students' families, with my coworkers, and everybody is just so caring and friendly and kind, and some really good, genuine, positive relationships.
My older boys went to Point, and then my youngest is in kindergarten, so it's nice to work in a community that I also live in, and I respect the school from a parent perspective, and then also obviously now as an employee.
Amy does a really great job of just being friendly and warm and welcoming with all of the kids and staff and me and her teammate, Miss Kathy, out there. And again, it just makes this place a very warm and welcoming and inviting place to be.
It's very humbling, and it's very, just makes you feel good that people recognize the work you do and you know, take pride in what I do for the school.
My favorite thing about my job is the kids. Kindergarten is just the best age, and they're so much fun. They come in really excited to be here, and that just makes it easy because kindergartners are just, you know, they're ready to go. They love school, they love being with their friends, they love being with their teacher.
She helps me read and learn. She likes to do math, and that's what I like to do too.
She is a team player. She supports the mission vision of our school. She is one that advocates for equity and social justice.
It's definitely an honor, but I feel like teaching is, it takes a village. So I couldn't have gotten this honor on my own. It's because of all the other people who are here and lifting me up and helping.
Best thing, truthfully, for 30 years has always been the staff. Every teacher that's ever worked here, everything has been wonderful. The kids are always great, they're always polite. It's always nice when the kids come up and ask you how your day's going, or they say hello to you when they come in and everything. But the biggest thing has always been the staff. They've always made it very comfortable, and everybody's easygoing.
Cleanliness of the building, always important, but even more so this year. I knew going into the school year starting that I was going to be relying on Dale a lot. He just really came through.
It just says that you're doing a nice job, that obviously people recognize that you're doing something to help, especially in this year.
I have an opportunity to build rapport and relationship with children and able to follow them for 3 years as opposed to just 1 year. We know that students do best when they have relationship and there's a bond, and so by getting to know the students at an early age and knowing them as an individual, it helps me guide them through their instruction to make them the most successful.
She's very kind because she helps everybody learn. She does some cool stuff, and she helps kids a lot with everything they have to do and have trouble with stuff.
She has helped me very good because even though I am a smart reader, there are still things that I need help learning because when you're done, you just begun. So.
And I love her because she's so sweet.
When I think of Jill, I think of team player. What can she do to help? She is the first one to reach out to families, to communicate with them, to provide extra intervention for students, to pull a reading group, to help support a child who may be dysregulated. She's just such an important part of our community.
I'm definitely honored. This building is full of hardworking educators, and I was shocked when I was nominated and when I was given this award.
I like the love that the children give. The children are always happy, so it's kind of puts you in a good mood when you come in the morning. Troutline, I love the staff because we're like family.
She came to us a couple of years ago, and from the moment she came here, her work ethic and just her positive demeanor is such a blessing in our school. Way back in March, when most of us were at home working, she was in this building, and she was in this building every day, keeping it clean, going through, taking care of things that might not typically get done. I can't even explain with true words my gratitude for Miss Melissa.
It is truly an honor just to be a part of the whole thing. It's truly overwhelming an honor.
I would have to say the favorite thing about my job would definitely be working with all of the kids. They all come and they're so excited to be here. They're very curious to learn. So that's definitely the most motivating thing for me.
Having the opportunity, especially this year as a reading interventionist, to work with her and with her kids, just walking in her room, she has the most nurturing atmosphere. She is just soft-spoken, and you can just tell that each and every child in there loves her.
The thing I respect most about Allie is that she builds this completely inclusive classroom that the kids absolutely love being part of.
And whenever she helps us, it gets me happy when I see her. She'll help you with the words.
My favorite thing about Woolwind is working with all the staff. It's really friendly around here. Everyone's always happy to come to work. They're always happy to help out, and it's like just one huge team pretty much, which is awesome.
I like the kids. I like talking to the kids. And I also cash them, like when they come through the line. We cash out so you get to say hi to them and that. I like the kids a lot. The teachers, because this year's the first year I've been doing breakfasts, so I got to really talk to them. They're all so nice. Everybody's just so nice here. I love it.
Brenda has the sweetest demeanor. She is so kind, so caring, and she has a way about her with how she talks to everyone, but especially the kids.
Or when we do breakfast, when the kids started coming back, like she took time to like write little notes on every single bag to welcome the kid. And she had conversations with every little one that came up to get their lunch or get their breakfast bag, and that during the morning rush.
I was very surprised, and it's really an honor. It's an honor to be that. I was just so surprised. It was an honor.
Congratulations to our elementary teachers and classified employees of the year. Before we move on to middle and high school honorees, I would want to say thank you to our bronze sponsors of this evening: Barracks Coffee Restaurant, Beeg Plumbing Company, First Missouri Credit Union, Mehlville Oakville Alumni Association, and South County Family YMCA. Thank you. Now on to our middle and high school teachers and classified staff of the year.
I really love just being able to work with such a dynamic, varied group of kids, and just seeing that they're all excited about different things. So when it comes to science, there's just so many real-world applications, and there's already so much student interest in it, and so it's nice to be able to build off of that and just help them to grow.
I like how she makes everything fun, and we do a lot of labs and STEM projects.
This class is super nice and fun. We do lots of experiments in this class. We can get up and talk to our friends and work with them. That's probably what I like most about this class.
She really gets to know you. She doesn't just focus on the learning. She gets to know who you are and bases things off of what you like to do instead of just doing the normal learning and sitting and talking.
I love Bernard because of the community of teachers and the community of our students that's here. Everybody is just wanting to better themselves, and so it's really nice to be motivated by other people in the building and just having support and being pushed to do better.
Anything that she can do to support our students, whether they be in her classroom or they be in another teacher's classroom, she is completely dedicated to ensuring that every student has a personalized learning experience.
She just has a gift to reach students. And what's cool about Emily is she doesn't do it to be recognized. She doesn't step out of the box so she can be like, ooh, look what I did. She does it because she really cares. And I admire that in her.
This is amazing. I didn't think that this was ever going to be possible. I've always been someone who wants to push myself to learn more and do what's best for my students. But working with the people that I do, there are so many great educators here. I'm just shocked that I would be the one that would be picked.
I've been in Mehlville School District for 31 years, and I've been at Bernard for 30. You get to know the kids, and then after 3 years, all of a sudden they're gone again, and then they come back and you'll see kids out and they'll say, oh, we miss you guys so much, and you love your food, and that's the biggest thing for me.
Any way that she can serve our community, she is there. And most recently during the pandemic, Sue has been proactive in trying to find additional ways that we can support our families and our students. She actually came to me and requested the ability to send home sack lunches with kids on the day, so they would have some snacks on the days that they're not here when we were in our blended model. And she worked with her team to figure out the plan.
She needs to be recognized for all the hard work that she's done. I've been here for 4 years, and she's a very hard worker. She is very into helping the kids out for sure, and then like I said, super friendly with the staff.
Because not many kids were coming up and getting curbside initially, and we knew so many more needed them and wanted them, but maybe their parents work outside the home and they're not able to come up and get the meal. So They helped develop the idea of sending home the meal bags, which included the breakfast and lunch, so those kids would have that at home when they're learning virtually. So she was the pioneer of that as well. So she's always thinking outside the box, what else can we do to help these kids?
It's pretty cool. I mean, after 30 years I'm leaving, and that was just another little thing that I could say that I earned or was gifted from my peers and my principal and assistant principal. And so it was it's pretty special walking out with that under your belt.
I am the center-based teacher at Berkeley, which the center-based program is a life skills program for students with significant cognitive disabilities. So we work on everything from reading and writing in the real world to job skills and learning skills to be successful in life. My favorite thing about my job is that I get to be with my students for 3 years. So I get to see them come in as 6th graders, and then I get to watch them transition to high school. So I really get to build connections with the students and the families.
Just like Berkeley, her students are so diverse and so many different levels, and she's able to meet the needs of every one of her students on a daily basis. She's loved by all the students, all of the parents, and all of the faculty here at Berkeley.
I know that I see growth in my students, but it means that people outside of my classroom see growth in what I'm doing for student achievement. And just, I work with a great team. I couldn't do it without them. And so it's all coming together for the good of the students, and just seeing that and being recognized for that is an honor.
I'm the head custodian. I clean, repair stuff, that type of thing. COVID is, we're doing a lot more wiping down of everything. It's very time consuming. Just trying to be cognizant of just the procedures that they're asking us to do, plus the paperwork that we're doing now is really increased.
I think just the overall cleanliness and sanitation of the building has been a big part of what they've had to do more of this year, and kind of they've met that challenge and done just an outstanding job. And I think that our lower numbers with our dashboard in the whole district, a lot of that success is based on our custodians and the hard work that they've done to keep stuff clean and sanitized.
It was very kind. I definitely kind of didn't expect it, and I was pleased. It made me happy. It makes the job much easier.
I really like the kids. I really like hearing about their day. I really like, you know, just having the flexibility to be goofy and, you know, connect with them and get to know them, and then also seeing the connections that they can make when they actually learn something or that connects with them and clicks for them.
I think in working with Christina, math is one of the hardest subjects to teach and one of the hardest subjects for a lot of our students, but she just makes math easy for the students.
She's really hardworking, and she not only teaches her kids well, but she also makes sure she takes care of them and makes their social life and their mental health important.
Even outside of teaching, she is a very great person, and she is a person that's very trustworthy, and I feel like if I did have a problem outside of schoolwork, I could go to her about it.
She is very passionate about her job. Like when she talks to me about working here at Oakville Middle School, she always talks about how she likes having freedom to teach in a way that feels comfortable to her and that is exciting for her students.
She's a very positive person. She's very committed to doing the best job that she can in the classroom. And she's always willing to share with her colleagues any ideas that she has, and is willing to take ideas from colleagues as well.
I feel very humble. I'm grateful that my work is being recognized, but at the same time, I feel like this is such a challenging year. It does feel great to be, recognized and awarded, but I also feel like there's a lot of great people that are lifting me up.
every day is different. There is no monotony. Like this morning I was killing bees, and now we're getting ready to go into lunch. So the day goes by fast. The staff and students are great here.
Jamie is very friendly, very efficient. You let her know there's a problem either in your classroom or with something in the building, and I mean, she is on it like you can't even believe.
Jamie is just so efficient and friendly and easy to work with, and she is on top of everything every single day. It's really impressive.
She is a hard worker, and not only is she great at her job, she also is always pleasant and happy to be here at OMS.
She does a fantastic job of keeping our building safe, especially during COVID times. You will not see her sit down at all. She's always cleaning the windows, cleaning door handles, making sure rooms are clean. But what I really like about Jamie is she goes above and beyond. She's also there to help the students.
I like to see the kids evolve. They start off as 6th graders here, and by the time they leave, they're young adults. It's kind of amazing, and some of these kids are so talented with playing instruments and singing, and it's just great to see them bloom. I consider this a great honor. I work really hard, and it's nice to be seen and be appreciated, and here I feel very appreciated and valued.
Just establishing a relationship with them and watching them grow, it's very rewarding. It's invigorating on some days. They don't all come in at the same level, and they all deserve the chance to grow, so it's my job to make sure that I can take them from where they are and show growth in that time.
I think she goes above and beyond differentiating that instruction, which is close to my heart, and I feel like she really tries to reach all students in her classroom and really works with me and the teachers from the special school district to make sure all the students can learn in her class.
She is a very helpful teacher, and she's very nice, and she just helps anybody when they need it.
She helps students learn and talks to us if we're confused.
She is like really funny and nice, and it's like fun to be around her.
She's nice, kind, generous. She helps a lot of people.
So Jill really just takes time to build relationships with students first. She gets to know them, on a personal level, and that is really the vehicle she uses to differentiate instruction for her students and meeting their needs. She goes above and beyond for all kids.
Oh my gosh, I was shocked, especially this year of all years, where it has been the most difficult year by far ever. And so yeah, I was super excited and very surprised.
As I like to say, we are in the trenches with the kids, which is the best, because I'm with kids all day long and get to go to all these different classes with them and experience going into the classes with all these different teachers. I've been in so many different teachers' classrooms over the years and have learned so much from them, and it's just an awesome experience. I always say I love my job, and you know, that's a big reason why, is the people I get to work with.
It's been such an honor to work with her the last couple of years, especially during this virtual time together. She would take kids into breakout rooms and work with them one-on-one even when they weren't on her workload. She's very positive.
She loves every single student that she works with, and she's just there to make sure that they are successful here at Washington.
It makes you feel good that, you know, yeah, I love what I do every day, but you know, that feeling appreciated, it's a nice feeling.
What I like most about my job is the relationships that I can form and create with my students. I feel like it's a really rewarding job because I know every day it's important work, and so that's what I like the most, are the relationships with kids.
The thing I like most about being in Ms. Humber's class is that she's like really interactive with the students.
She's very patient with us, and you know, like she always wants to help.
My favorite thing about working here is the people. I have great colleagues that make me a better teacher, as well as our students are
curious, they're accepting and open-minded, and I love working with the Mehlville population.
Anna Hornberg teaches social studies for us here. She does an amazing job, does a great job connecting the content to everyday life for our students, works hard to meet every student's individual needs, also is involved in our leadership team and a lot of other things here at Mehlville High School.
It's a huge honor. Like I said, we have a lot of great teachers at the school, and so really, especially this year with the pandemic, I feel like all teachers deserve Teacher of the Year award. It's been a crazy school year, and so it's great to be recognized, but I know that there's many other teachers in the building who deserve it just as much as I do.
The thing I like the most is that every day is a different thing to expect. We do have routine duties that go throughout the year, but every day is different, and it's a fast pace, and I enjoy watching the kids grow into who they're going to become. So it's kind of neat to see the teenagers develop their life goals, their interests, what they want to pursue, and then watch them go off.
Sherry works in our main office and just handles a ton of different things for us every day, answers a lot of questions for staff and families, and just does a great job. Has managed subs for us all year throughout a challenging year with different COVID issues and people being out, so she's just a huge resource for us every day.
I really feel like this is a team effort in our office. We have 10 secretaries here at the high school level. We all do individualized duties, yet we all work together and pitch in when there's work that needs to be done. So it's not just mine, I think that it's shared with all of them.
But seeing the kids get excited about history, about school, having kids tell me, oh, this is the class I'm most excited for every day, that's a great feeling.
And I think what makes John so respected by his peers, but also so very effective with his students, is that the relevancy that he brings to the course. And so students really enjoy, obviously, learning history and studying social dynamics through history in a very real world manner.
Mr. Reese, he's just so much fun to be around, and he just makes, like, if I'm feeling down or something, he always brings me back up.
He's a really good person, and he really works hard with what he does, and I know that he puts a lot of effort into, like, his lesson plans and, you know, just like trying to get everyone involved.
During the blended schedule, his work getting those kids in during intervention time, working with students who were struggling, getting failing students into passing grades and such that they know what they're learning was just tremendous.
The last 2 years, the senior classes have voted to have me read names at graduation, and that was really exciting for me because that's recognition from the kids, but it did mean a lot to be nominated by another member of the building. That was really an honor.
I'm the head custodian, so role is kind of just maintaining the building, safety. It feels like a second family. It really does. It's a great place to work.
I think in the year of COVID, I think there's a lot of constant concerns about sanitization and cleaning and everything like that.
Our custodial team under Larry's leadership never unplugged, and so when this journey began last year, they were still here sanitizing the building, readying the building, and in short, we just could not do what we do, and we would not be where we are today in terms of our readiness if it weren't for Larry, his leadership, and his team.
The leaders that I most respect and try to model after are the ones that when there's something that needs to be done, they're the first to jump in and do the job themselves, and they're working right alongside everybody, and that's exactly what Larry does.
It's an honor. It really makes me feel good. It really does. You know, we put in a lot of work, and it really does feel great to be recognized for that.
I'm the person through the district
that helps all the students get through their Missouri options, which is a different way to get their high school diploma than the credit route. Oh, I enjoy working with the students and, seeing that all of a sudden they start, wait, I can have success at school. It's not just, wait a minute, I'm gonna keep failing this. It's no, wait, you can pass this. And they all of a sudden realize, wait, with a little bit of work, they can get done.
He is always looking for ways to improve, have himself, or be able to be more accessible to his students. Even during the pandemic when students weren't allowed or could only come in for appointments only and teachers were only required to be in the building 1 or 2 days a week, he volunteered and he was here 5 days a week. And if students had work schedules and had to reschedule their appointments with them, he would readily reschedule them without issues whatsoever.
It's nice to be recognized for it.
I am the secretary. I do the scheduling of the intakes, keep the kids on track, let them know if they haven't done something that they're supposed to. Sometimes I'm like a third or fourth mom, if you want to say it. I make sure that they show up at these meetings and the testing centers on time.
She goes above and beyond to meet the needs of our students. Even when we schedule them to take their high set exams, many of our students are young adults, but she still calls them every morning to make sure they're awake, reminds them continuously of what they need to do to be successful or what time their appointments are, and just following through. So just going above and beyond and just being extremely dedicated to our students.
I like getting to know the kids. The staff is great. It's just, it makes you appreciate things in life.
We have 3 more important district-level classified employees to recognize tonight.
I do the onboarding and offboarding for the classified staff, and I have the fun job of basically implementing the policies and making sure that the staff, knows what they're doing at any given time, pretty much. They're hard workers. When I'm onboarding a classified staff member, they're usually very overjoyed, to get a job offer. They're very appreciative.
Crystal has always been an extremely hard worker. This year, though, we were down 1 staff member and we had COVID. And so without any sort of direction or request, Crystal took over our whole contract tracing operation, developed that process, and basically mastered any changes that came along the way in handling CDC guidance and county guidance. So in essence, she really saved the entire district because of her professionalism and her willingness to learn all the intricacies involved in contact tracing.
It means a lot. After this past year, which has been definitely one of the hardest years I feel for most employees of the district, it's very humbling to be recognized for this past year.
Anything carpentry related. We do everything from building small bookshelves to building walls in schools and drywalling.
Scott led the team in design and construction of over 1,000 plexiglass protective barriers for offices, classrooms throughout the district.
That took up a lot of time because we started off from raw material and had to build them all. So
we greatly appreciate the hard work, expertise, energy, and dedication to the department and to the students and staff of the Mehlville School District.
I'm humbled to be picked. There's a lot of guys that do a lot of things around here, and to be one recommended out of a majority of people, it's humbling.
Interacting with the kiddos, interacting with my fellow employees, just having fun, making the workplace a fun environment. I went to school here, so it's like coming home.
Kevin is a very good bus driver. He's very good with the students. He's very good with the parents. He gets along with the rest of the staff here, and he just does a really good job overall.
Oh, I think it's a nice honor. something I kind of pushed for the last couple of years, you know, just to have fun with it. I'm truly honored.
What a truly impressive group of educators. Next, we will be recognizing staff who have served Mehlville School District for 20, 25, 30, and 35 years. Dr. Jeff Bressler, Assistant Superintendent, Supervision of Schools, will introduce these employees.
Good evening. First, congratulations to our Teachers of the Year and our Classified Employees of the Year. You are truly an impressive group of educators and support staff. Mehlville School District is blessed to have incredible, loyal employees, and we want to recognize those who have reached milestones in their years of service to the students of our district. Congratulations and thank you to the following employees.
We still have several more employees recognized this evening, including our retirees and our District Teacher of the Year. But now it's time to thank our gold sponsors: Bellacino's Pizza and Grinders, William G. Cocos Plumbing Company, Delta Dental of Missouri, Mercy, Queen of All Saints Activities Association, and Vision Benefits of America. Thank you for your support. Here's Dr. Brian Smith, Assistant Superintendent, Teaching and Learning, to introduce our retirees.
Thank you, Mr. Stevens, and congratulations to all of our incredibly deserving honorees this evening. I have the pleasure of introducing our 43 retirees. We wish you all a very happy retirement and thank you for your service to our students. Congratulations to the following retirees.
Last but not least, we have our final award for the evening, and we'll send it back to Dr. Bresser to introduce you to our District Teacher of the Year.
Our Mehlville School District Teacher of the Year is a master teacher, a tireless advocate for her students, and a mentor to her colleagues. Her passion for making her school a welcoming place for all kids has led her school to embrace multiculturalism as the norm. Despite a pandemic, our District Teacher of the Year maintains strong connections with her students, ensuring families had the information and resources they needed, and continued to lead school events in a virtual format. Congratulations, Miss Amanda Wyatt, English Learner Teacher at Forder Elementary School, in the Mehlville School District Teacher of the Year. We have a visitors from central office today here to present a special award to Miss Wyatt. Miss Wyatt, this is our opportunity to let you know that you are our district-wide Teacher of the Year this year in the Mehlville School District. So boys and girls, out of 19 schools, we are awarding Miss Wyatt the award of Teacher of the Year for our whole district, Mehlville School District. Congratulations. Come stand up. Come over here. So she was your Teacher of the Year for Forder Elementary. Well, she's also the Teacher of the Year for all of our schools in Mehlville School District here. And I can't think of a better person to represent us as a district. So this is an award for you.
Congratulations, Ms. Wyatt. We'll have some very important people who would like to share some closing thoughts with Mehlville staff and community members who are tuned in to this evening.
Hello, the great people of the Mehlville School District. We're almost through the craziest of all years. I just want to say thank you for all you've done to keep our district moving forward through this craziest of times.
Hi, Mehlville. Thank you for all of your passion and dedication in a very complicated school year. Congratulations to all of our retirees and to all of the honorees that are receiving Teacher and Employee of the Year. Thank you to everyone for the many years of service in the district, and I hope you all have a great summer.
Congratulations to those with milestone anniversaries, retirements, and to our employees and Teachers of the Year for both our schools and our district. You make life brighter for our students. Thank you for your influence, and thank you for being an important part of the Mehlville School District story.
Well, good evening. I want to thank all of you for everything you've done this year. You've taught us what agility and being able to pivot and teach our children. I can't thank you enough for what you've done, and I appreciate the fact I've had a chance to represent you and the community and your children you teach this year.
How can I put into words how grateful we are for each and every one of you? You're appreciated beyond belief. Your sacrifices have not gone unnoticed. The continual stress of uncertainty and change has been challenging, to say the very least. I want you to know that you are all heroes in my book. Thank you.
This most difficult year, everyone has banded together, become stronger, and remained unbowed, unbent, and unbroken in their support of everyone in the district. Thank you very much.
I wanted to thank everyone for their incredible work under extraordinary circumstances this past year. I knew it would be difficult, but I knew with our incredible staff we would rise to the occasion for our kids and community.
Thank you for sticking with us and pushing through this unprecedented school year.